Okay, this is going to be a very complex how-to. Hello friends, it's Exoman, and as you can see, I am under a vehicle. But more specifically, I'm under the rear end. I'll give you a little perspective here. I'm under the rear end of my Dodge Ram. I think this is a 2017. And what I have noticed is that my emergency brake is very, very slack. And so it's really not functioning. And I just wanted to make a quick instructional video to try to show you how it can be quite simple to adjust your parking brake on a lot of these Rams. I don't know how it varies from year to year. I want to show you that it's not that complex. It's quite simple. And what you're going to have to do, let me turn this camera around. Again, for perspective, I'm looking toward the front of the vehicle. You see my exhaust. Okay. Now I'm looking at the wheel. Now in here, on this side, there's a rubber dust cover right down here. And it's my understanding that this is this is a drum setup for the emergency brake. And of course you can clearly see disc brakes for braking, but this is your emergency brake in here, and you can see the rod and spring here. Okay, so let's go now see over on this side. I've already taken the dust cover off, but it's up top. You see how that's different? Right there. And you can't really see in there without light. But there's a little star wheel that we're going to adjust. And on this side, I've pushed it, I've nosed it up with a flathead screwdriver about 5 times. Okay? Now this one, you're supposed to rotate downward. Okay, so I'm pulling this dust cover off. Let me do it so you can see. This just pops right off here. Pull it out. There we go. See that? Set that aside. Now, see, I've put this little picture here so you can see the adjuster, the star wheel there. That's what's behind this cover, behind the slot. So to aid you in remembering, if you have a similar model truck, for the passenger side, it's on the downward side. So you would stroke it downward. On the driver's side, it's on the up side or the top side, and that side you rotate upward. Okay, that's kind of a mnemonic aid, right? Now back to the passenger side. But before I get into that, let me run through a couple of things. One is, it's my understanding. I'm just a do-it-yourselfer guy, but it's my understanding that you should have your emergency brake off when you do this, or parking brake rather. And look, I've got my wheels chalked up there, and if you want to, you can put a lift under your differential if you're very careful you don't hit any, crimp any fluid lines or anything like that, or put it on the lip on the edge and crack the casing. Now this side, I think you can actually see the star wheel in there. Yes, you can see it. All right, so this one, I'm going to rotate in a downward fashion, like so. Well, I'm not going to really be able to show you, am I? Let's see. Can you see it moving? Maybe you can see it, I don't know. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but so when I say rotate, obviously I don't mean full rotation. You're just moving this star wheel like one click at a time, you see. And ultimately, I think I did, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 clicks of the star wheel. But through trial and error, you'll have to decide what's right for your vehicle. Just try it, test it. If it doesn't work, do it again. If you do it wrong, keep doing it till you do it right. Now, let me get out of here. I just want to say, it's my observation that the best approach would be to start on the side that is more approachable. Simply because you familiarize yourself with it, you can see it better, and you kind of understand what you're doing, how you're rotating that thing with the tip of your screwdriver. Then move on to this more difficult side where you can't see as much, and you'll kind of have a feel for it. So now I'm going to confirm before I let you go that my emergency brakes are tight. Okay, now I'm on the passenger side, and I've got it off the ground. I'm going to check for drag. That's not bad. It went a full rotation. Let's check the other side. I don't hear drag or any drag, I don't think. Let's give this a push and see. Okay. Now I can test it on my driveway, which is very, very inclined. You see, I can't even see the driveway unless I put the camera up by the visor. So I'm going to move forward a bit. And then I'm going to put it in park. Put the park brake on. When I let go of the brake, no movement at all. That's fantastic. Whereas before, it would move substantially, and I was worried about my transmission, because you don't want to rest the weight of your vehicle on your transmission. That's one of the main things. That's why you have a park brake. A lot of people call it an emergency brake, but it's a park brake. We live in flatlands, but people at high altitudes, people with hills and mountains, they definitely depend on these brakes. So yeah, I'm very satisfied. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't, and please leave a thumbs up and leave and read comments. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who have experienced this and who know how to do this kind of work. Will leave their tips and suggestions. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.